Right, now let's find out a little bit more about what's going on in Azerbaijan and in the Nagorno-Karabakh region. We're joined by political analyst out in Baku, Mr. Ahmad Shahidov. Ahmed, thanks so much for joining us here on ANews. So it was a pleasure to see you. Now, bring us up to speed. We thought there was peace in the region. Have things changed? Are tensions up?
Yes, thank you. Thank you for having me in your program. Yes, today the situation on the Armenian-Azerbaijan border remains tense, and all the responsibility for this is on the Armenian side, because what happened yesterday happened because of the responsibility of the Armenian side, and over the past 2 years, Azerbaijan has repeatedly warned Armenia about the non-fulfillment of the terms of the tripartite agreements of November 10, 2020 and January 11, 2021. In fact, what happened on the border yesterday has political and military reasons. And first of all, I want to draw your attention to military reasons of this. Unfortunately, illegal Armenian armed groups are still operating in Karabakh, that is in the territories of Republic of Azerbaijan, and they have settled in the territories which under the control of the Russian peacekeeping forces. And those illegal armed persons have repeatedly organized attacks against the Azerbaijani Army and military positions of Azerbaijan, killing and wounding the soldiers of the Azerbaijani Army. And yesterday, they also killed one soldier of Azerbaijan. Of course, Azerbaijan has the right to answer this. And yesterday, Azerbaijan carried out large-scale military operations named Revenge. And as a result, 10 Armenian soldiers were killed, 20 Armenian soldiers were wounded, a large number of Armenian military equipment was destroyed. Armenian military units located in those areas, illegally located, were destroyed, and 3 strategic heights were captured by Azerbaijan Army. And this was a warning to the Armenian side. And on the other hand, there are also political reasons for this tension. Thus, according to the agreements of November 10, 2020 and January 11, 2021, Armenia has a number of obligations that the official Yerevan has not yet fulfilled. First of all, the process of border delimitation between Armenia and Azerbaijan has not been completed. The Armenian side still claims the territories of Azerbaijan. The agreement of the Zengezur corridor has not yet been implemented. Azerbaijan has taken all necessary steps for the realization of this corridor, but official Yerevan does not agree to the realization of this corridor that will pass through the territory of Armenia. Another issue is related to Lachin corridor, which is on the agenda of the Azerbaijan today, according to the November 10 agreement. After the construction of alternative road to the Lachin corridor, this corridor and the city of Lachin were to come under the control of the Azerbaijan Army. Also, the alternative route is ready today. The Armenian side does not want to give up this Lachin corridor. In a word, Armenia does not want to fulfill the agreements it signed, which opens the way for new military operations between Armenia and Azerbaijan. And today there is relative calm on the Armenian-Azerbaijan border. Because Azerbaijan is not in favor of a military solution to the issue, but as long as the Armenian side continues its provocations on the state border and fails to fulfill the November 10 agreement, the Azerbaijan army may continue new anti-terrorist operations in its region. I think that after yesterday's military operations, the Armenian side will behave more wisely and fulfill its obligations. And also, international organizations are already calling for the reduction of tension in the region. For example, UN, European Union, OSCE, and other international organizations called on the parties to follow the ceasefire in the region. I would like to point out that all these events are taking place in the territories under the control of the Russian peacekeeping forces. In other words, illegal Armenian armed groups operate in the lands under the control of Russian soldiers, but the Russian side does not interfere in this. As one of the parties to the November 10 agreement, Russia also has its responsibility here. Unfortunately, the Russian peacekeeping forces cannot fulfill their mandate to the end. Therefore, the Azerbaijan Army is forced to solve these problems on its own, and looking at the process from a broad scale, I should note that within the borders accepted by UN, Azerbaijan conducts military operations on its own territory, and this is the sovereign right of every country. On the other hand, Azerbaijan is the victory side in the 40-40 Karabakh war. However, Azerbaijan does not claim the territory of any country as well as Armenia, and we want to live in peace with Armenia. And for peace, the parties must recognize and respect each other's territorial integrity and state borders, and Armenia refused to do this. Azerbaijan also insists on protecting all its territory, and today some powers in Armenia still hope that Russia will help them. However, they forget that military operations are taking place on the territory of the Republic of Azerbaijan, and official Moscow cannot interfere in the process under any circumstances. On the other hand, while the Ukraine-Russian war is going on, the Russian army doesn't have the strength and potential to take part in the next conflict. Also, the Turkish factor cannot be forgotten here. Today, Turkey and Azerbaijan are one nation, one state, and according to the Shusha Declaration signed in 2021, these two countries openly defend each other. And in case of any threat or attack against Azerbaijan, the Turkish army must interfere in the region. And from this point of view, it doesn't seem realistic that some third countries will interfere with the anti-terrorist operations carried out by Azerbaijan army in its own territory.
Ahmed, has there been any dialogue between Aliyev and his Armenian counterpart, or is this just happening? Have there been any statements made by President Aliyev recently?
Not yet. Last meeting between Nikol Pashinyan and Ilham Aliyev was held in Brussels via the European Union, but recently, especially after these military operations in Karabakh, the contacts between two leaders, not yet. There is no contact yet.
Okay, well, we'll keep that in mind. But right now, in the Nagorno-Karabakh region, there's no fighting. Fighting has ceased, is that correct?
Yes, today is calm and there is no tension yet.
Good.
But Azerbaijan army continues military exercises using military helicopters and planes, and we are ready for any provocations from Armenian side.
Well, let's hope there's no more provocations, and diplomacy and democracy and a conversation is had. Ahmed, thank you so much for bringing us up to speed on how things are out there. Stay safe and stay well. There you go, Ahmad Shahidov there in Baku, Azerbaijan, bringing us up to speed on how things are in the Nagorno-Karabakh. As he said, there was some tensions in the region, there was some fighting, but the area of Nagorno-Karabakh has returned back to calm and safety. Okay, let's continue now.